Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we've got an exciting lineup featuring the best team props, total bets, and game props to keep you on the edge of your seat. Whether you're looking for expert insights or the hottest picks, we've got everything you need to make your wagers count. All right, folks, let's get into this Washington Capitals versus Calgary Flames matchup, where we've got a Capitals team looking to bounce back after a close loss to the Canucks and a Flames squad that decided to make a full effort at blowing their 3-game streak to the Jets. How exciting, right? If you're looking to bet, then buckle up, because we're diving into some prop picks that'll make this game even more interesting. Because who needs a boring win, right? Now, we all know the Flames' offense hasn't been the hottest thing since sliced bread this season. They can't seem to get it together, and Logan Thompson in net for Washington isn't exactly going to make their lives easier. So, if you want to make some coin off this game, here's what we're thinking. Capitals total goals over 3.5. Oh? You thought the Flames were going to stop the Capitals' offense? Cute. Washington is averaging a solid 3.49 goals per game, and if they score under 4 against this defense, I'll eat my hat. Take the over on 3.5 goals. It's basically free money. Flames total goals under 3.5. Calgary's offense is about as intimidating as a wet noodle right now. With Thompson in net, who's allowing a laughable 2.37 goals per game, you can pretty much bank on Calgary not hitting 4 goals. Maybe they'll get lucky and score 3, but let's not hold our breath. Exact score, Capitals 4-2. If you're feeling fancy and want to predict the exact score, 4-2 Capitals sounds about right. Washington is going to score plenty, but Calgary might get 1 or 2 thanks to a random shot that bounces off the boards and magically lands in the net. Happens all the time, right? Both teams to score 2+ goals. I know, Calgary isn't exactly setting the world on fire with their offense, but 2 goals? Come on, at least give them that. Washington's defense isn't exactly the 2001 Devils, so the Flames will probably manage to get at least 2. Capitals to win by 2+ goals. Puck line minus 1.5. Washington is just the better team here, and they're going to prove it. The Flames are still stuck in their defensive nightmare, and with Washington's offensive depth, they're likely to cover that minus 1.5 spread like it's child's play. First team to score, Capitals. There's no doubt in my mind that the Capitals are going to jump out early. Calgary's defense is a mess, and Washington won't waste time getting the first goal, so go ahead and throw some money on them scoring first. It's practically a lock. Capitals to score in every period. Because why not? Washington has the firepower, and Calgary's defense is generous enough to let them score in every period. It's like a Christmas gift that just keeps on giving. Don't overthink this one, just take it. Total goals in the third period over 1.5. The third period is where things get spicy, and with the way these teams are rolling, we're going to see some action. You just know it's going to be high scoring in the final frame as both teams either try to catch up or seal the deal. Bet the over. Player to score anytime, Pierre-Luc Dubois. Dubois has been looking solid lately, and after leading the charge last game, it's hard to see him not adding to his tally here. Calgary won't have an answer for him, so go ahead and take him to score anytime. Capitals' first period goals over 0.5. As we know, Washington likes to get off to a strong start, and Calgary's defense is there to help them. This one is an absolute no-brainer. You'd be crazy not to take the over here. So there you go, folks. Place your bets, sit back, and watch Washington take care of business, because if you've been paying attention, you know the Flames don't have a prayer here. All right, here's the lowdown on Anaheim Ducks versus Seattle Kraken. And yeah, this one is going to be about as much fun as watching paint dry on a bad day. But we're here to make some prop picks that might just save you from a boring game experience. If you're into betting, then you're in the right place, because despite these two teams not exactly lighting up the scoreboard, there's always money to be made. Total goals over 5.5 boom. This is the pick. While these two teams haven't been offensive juggernauts, let's not kid ourselves. They've both been giving up goals like a sieve. In their past 10 meetings, they've managed to average 6 goals per game. Add in the fact that both teams are hitting over 50% on the over in recent matchups, and it's hard not to take this one. Seattle Kraken first to score. The Kraken have the home advantage, and let's be real, Anaheim's defense isn't exactly a brick wall. Seattle's also been known to strike first, especially against teams like the Ducks that struggle to get it going right away. The Kraken's offense might be underwhelming, but they're still better than what Anaheim brings to the table. Anaheim Ducks total goals over 2.5. Look, the Ducks aren't exactly lighting up this season, but in their last couple of games, they've scored 5 and 10 goals respectively. I'm not saying they're going to set any records, but if they score 3 goals in a game against this Seattle defense, who have allowed 4+ goals in 3 of their last 4 home games, don't be shocked. Jared McCann to score anytime. McCann's been the only somewhat consistent offensive threat for the Kraken this season, leading the team in points. While it's a bit of a gamble, he's a guy who's shown he can find the back of the net, especially in games where Seattle needs a win. So, yeah, might as well throw some money on him to score. Total goals in the third period over 1.5. Both teams have been a little shaky defensively, so I'm guessing by the time we hit the third period, both teams will be pushing for a couple of late goals. Given the pace these two tend to play, it wouldn't surprise me if the final frame ends up with a couple of goals to help seal the over. Seattle Kraken to win by 1 to 2 goals. The Kraken are winning this game, but let's not kid ourselves into thinking this is going to be a blowout. Both teams are inconsistent, but Seattle has the upper hand at home, and with their slight advantage in talent, they're probably going to win this by 1 or 2 goals. A close, painful win is what I'm predicting here. Ducks total shots on goal over 28.5. The Ducks might not score a ton, but they're still getting shots off. They've hit the over on 28.5 shots in 5 of their last 6 games. Seattle's defense isn't exactly shutting down shots, so expect Anaheim to pepper Deckard with shots all game long. Mason McTavish to score anytime. This guy's been one of Anaheim's bright spots, and while the Ducks' offense isn't exactly lighting the world on fire, McTavish is someone who's been getting some decent opportunities. Given the way Seattle has been leaking goals, this might be his night to find the back of the net. Total power play goals over 0.5. Both teams have been mediocre on the penalty kill, so there's a solid chance that we'll see at least 1 power play goal in this game. Both teams have had their share of struggles in terms of discipline, so don't be surprised if the power play unit comes through for at least 1. Total penalty minutes over 6.5, given both teams' history of taking dumb penalties, because why not? There's a decent shot this game sees a good amount of time spent in the penalty box. It's not exactly the most glamorous prop, but it could be a safe bet for some action throughout the game. There you have it. Some decent prop picks to get you through the madness that is Ducks versus Kraken. I wouldn't say this is going to be a thriller, but if you bet on these props, at least you'll be entertained. All right, let's talk hockey, baby. The Dallas Stars and Vegas Golden Knights are about to drop the puck, and it's going to be a battle of grit, defense, and possibly some revenge. Dallas has been a little shaky on the road this season, while Vegas is rolling at home, looking to bounce back after a recent loss to the Stars. With both teams boasting strong defenses and some key offensive players sidelined, we're expecting a gritty, tight contest that could get real interesting. So, let's dive into the best game prop picks for this showdown. Keep your eyes peeled for some low-scoring action, clutch plays from the big guns, and of course, some high-stakes intensity as these two teams go head-to-head. Under 6 total goals, both teams are top 10 in defensive categories, and both have had low-scoring matchups recently, including a trend of 5 or fewer goals in 7 of the last 8 meetings. Given the absence of key offensive players, Seguin for Dallas and Carlson for Vegas, and both teams having solid goaltending, this game is likely to stay under the total. Vegas Golden Knights money line. Vegas has the home ice advantage and a stronger overall offense compared to Dallas. Their recent win against Florida should boost their confidence, and they've historically performed well against the Stars. This makes Vegas a solid pick to win, especially after a close loss to Dallas earlier in the week. Jack Eichel over 0.5 points. Eichel leads Vegas with 62 points and has been a consistent contributor, especially in playmaking with 47 assists. With the Golden Knights having one of the best offenses in the league, it's likely that Eichel will either score or assist on a goal in this game. Shea Theodore over 0.5 points. Theodore has been Vegas' most productive defender with 44 points, including 38 assists. As a key part of the power play, he's likely to get involved in any scoring plays, especially with the potential for a lower-scoring game that might rely on a key defensive contribution. Roope Hintz over 0.5 goals. Hintz leads Dallas in goals with 20, and despite the team's offensive struggles, he's been consistent in finding the back of the net. With Seguin out, he's expected to take on a bigger role in generating offense for the Stars. Jake Oettinger to record a win. Oettinger is one of the top goaltenders in the league with a 2.28 GAA and a 91.3% save percentage. If Dallas can keep Vegas' offense in check, Oettinger could be the difference maker in securing the win for the Stars. These props focus on the tight defensive battle and key offensive players to watch for in a close, low-scoring game.